I tell you what, I'm really proud of our kids, really proud of our players. They never stop believing in themselves. They never stop believing in each other, and we finally went out and made some of those plays we haven't been making. We made those plays today. And it just shows, you know, the faith that those kids have in our program, the faith that they have in each other as a team, and the faith they have in themselves, that they can make that happen. That was a big win for us, big win for our kids. Couldn't be prouder of a group of young men of what they did. Great atmosphere, fan base obviously had a lot to do with that. We need to win at home. If we're going to become a championship football team, we need to win at home, and this needs to be a tough environment for teams to come play, and our student body and our fans did a great job of providing that atmosphere tonight.
You guys were moving the ball pretty well there, you know, pretty much throughout the game. You're hitting stuff. Go for on 4th and 1. You think it's the thought process of that really you guys know?
Well, I'll tell you what, Les Kenning called a great game tonight. I called one play, and that was the interception on the trick play right there. And John Clark, who's you know, in charge of me, I looked at him and I said, don't let me make any more stupid play calls. I'm going to keep my mouth shut and let Les call it. And Les did a great job, called a great game. And I think on 4th and 1, it was pretty close to getting a first down. We were right there. And, you know, if I'm preaching to our kids, we're going to go make the play to win the game, I can't shy away from making the call to go win the game. So, you know, it wasn't even a hesitation. We went for it right away, immediately. And our kids did a great job coming off the ball, getting that. It was a big play.
Driving on that last touchdown, did you, the go-ahead touchdown with Chris Relf, threw the ball, was that a called pass play, or just was that designed?
No, it was a call. We called pass. We've been running the ball. I thought we did a great job. You know, I challenged our kids, went out there and said, we have the opportunity to go win it. We're back to the wall, down on our own end. We need to put together a drive to go win this football game. We got some good field position. We're running it. You could just see them jumping to it. You know, they were starting to get to the point where they had to put everybody in the line of scrimmage. And, you know, called the pass. Chris did a great job, made a nice throw, and Arshito made a nice catch. You know, a similar throw that we made on the first interception on 3rd and 1 last week, not the same play, but a similar style throw. And to see them, you know, not shy away, to have the confidence that the same two guys went up, but this time they made the play, and you see the different result.
Dan, you know, for a lot of the last 2 years, you've been talking about the need for somebody to step up and make a play. It almost seemed like there you were forcing the issue. Saying,
yeah.
Well, here we're going. This is it.
Well, I mean, we needed to believe in ourselves. You know, we need to believe in ourselves. We need to, you know, when that game's on the line, we want everybody to be the guy. And I saw that on the sideline today. It wasn't just one guy that made a play. There were a lot of guys that were, you know, cheering each other on, in each other's face. There was some good leadership. At the end, KJ Wright called the defense together a couple times, did some really, you know, I thought had some good leadership on the defense side of the ball for us to get some stops there in the second half. And, you know, I'm just proud. I'm proud of the step that we took. Now, I mean, there's a long path to where we want to go, but this is definitely a step in the right direction.
Talk about the Chris Relf, number 1, playing the whole game, and number 2, some of the plays you made on 3rd down.
Yeah, Chris, you know, did a nice job. We played to his strength, running the football a little bit, you know, to get him some confidence. But, you know, 8 for 13 throwing the football is a pretty good day. And, you know, the one turnover that we had, the interception, which was just a bad call on my part. So, you know, that one's on me. Our guys, we preach it. If we need to protect the football, if we're going to win football games, we did that, you know, today. So I was pretty pleased with Chris's performance and, you know, his toughness out there on the field. And he did a good job managing the game, and that's what quarterbacks have to do.
It was a defensive battle for the majority, at least the first few quarters of the game. And you mentioned KJ Wright a minute ago. What did you see out of him, and how important was he?
You know, I think our defense, we kept telling them, hey, you know, we got to make the play, got to make the plays. And one of the things we wanted to do is stop. You know, sometimes you get a confusing look, like something, we gave up a play, everyone would look confused, like, oh, what happened? You know, and I said, why don't you all just step up? And the guy who made a mistake said, it's my fault, move on, I'm going to make the next play. So keep going, you guys don't worry. We're going to make the next play as a team. You know, and I saw KJ, I mean, showing that leadership to the team. Saying, even if we gave up, you know, we gave up some 3rd downs there. You know, they were 7 of 15 on 3rd down, which is a pretty good day. But you know what? Even after we'd give up a 3rd down, not get the stop, our guys would rebound right away and make the stop, and that was critical for us.
Dan, to start the game, you get a great kick by Derek. You get a sack on your second play in defense, and then you score on your first drive. Can you just talk about the execution early on and how that kind of set the tone for the rest of the game?
Well, it was critical. We did talk about that. You know, I think someone mentioned to me, I don't know, I was doing a radio show or something, said, you know, the 7 of the last 8 games we've scored on the opening drive of the second half, and we come out pretty hot. We needed to do that in the first half. We wanted to come out fast, get a fast start, and we were able to do that. I think it really kind of gave our guys the confidence to make the plays throughout the game that we made them right at the beginning, right from play 1.
You talk about just confidence coming off this win. I mean, the receivers still had several drops, but then they started making the big plays you've been looking for.
That's what it is, and you know, and we keep telling them. But I think the difference that you saw as the group is when they didn't make a play, it wasn't, like we said, a confused look and guys wondering, oh no, what's going to happen? It was, hey, you're going to make the next one. We're going to give you the ball back again. You know, see, Vic Ballard had that drop and around the ball. So we're going to give you the ball. You better get ready. He made some big runs in that game. So, you know, our guys rebounded, and that's what you have to do, and that is the confidence. When you have a young team, we're still a very young team at the skill position, and that confidence from making those plays, and knowing if they don't, we're still going to come back to you. That helps boost their confidence for the future.
A little bit more on Chris. Does this kind of game just signify that, you know, he is the guy right now? I know you still want to play Tyler some, but
yeah, I don't know. We didn't play Tyler. You know, there are times I was about to put Tyler in the ball. Chris, you know, was loose with the ball, fumbled the ball a couple times. Can't run loose with the football. You know, and fortunately, I think one of the ones that was big. He threw that interception. They were offsides. We're able to drive the field and pin them deep. And on that play that he threw the interception, I had a chance to talk to him between plays, you know, and settle him down a little bit, and I think that really helped. But you know, we're still going to look to play Tyler and still develop Tyler, and there's still situations in Tyler to grow. I think when we were running the ball well, Chris was doing some good things. I think our plan was working, moving the football, so we didn't want to break the rhythm that we had.
As well as the defense play in the first half, how much extra confidence did they gain from Georgia having one touchdown called back and fumbling the ball, another one away?
Well, I mean, those are big plays. You know, we made the play. I mean, the one that called back was a penalty, a holding penalty, and they wouldn't have scored if they didn't hold the kid. So, you know, but well, you know, what you have to do when that happens is there can be some momentum. They just hit a big play and had some confidence, but you know what? There's a penalty, and we got another chance to make the play, and you know, and there wasn't a look of, oh, we just gave up a big play. They knew. I mean, we would have made the play if there wasn't a penalty on it. So they knew they were ready to go make the next one.
Dan, you used Derek on kickoffs. You used Sean on field goals. It looked like you had a better, you know, executed game than you've had all year in the kicking game. Just talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, certainly the gusts of wind tonight at our back, we didn't hurt, and Sean did a good job. Sean came up to me after he kicked off our last 2 kickoffs, came up to me and said, I'll put him out of the end zone. And so I said, you got to go with it. That's what we're looking for, is someone to step up and say, I'm going to get the job done. And, you know, so we used both of them. I thought they kicked the ball well, and hopefully that gets them out of whatever funk they've been in. You know, they're kickers. You know, kickers get in these weird funks. Maybe I need to full pad the kickers and just go ISO like in, you know, a circle drill with them for an hour tomorrow, and so hit each other and get out of their funk. But they started kicking the ball well, so hopefully that carries through to the rest of the season.
And not to dwell too much on one play, but back to the 4th and 1, and when you went for it, was there much discussion at all? It was cut and dry. We're going.
There wasn't much discussion on my part. I think maybe I caught less off guard. I said, call it, go, we're going. And so, but there wasn't discussion on the play. He called. I'd learned my lesson to keep my mouth shut from earlier in the game, so when he called the play, I sat there and kept my mouth shut. And said, if I'm going to make suggestions, I'll do it between series of will it look good. And, you know, and there wasn't any hesitation. We went for it. I think our kids wanted to go for it. You know, our kids wanted to just to show that they could make the play at the big moment in the game. I was celebrating with our students. I don't know about that, but you know, that's their team. They can worry about their team. Our extracurricular, we were celebrating with our students, a huge win. And it's Mark Ricks. He can deal with whatever issues he has with his team. Thank you.